Hi everyone. I know I've been kind of quiet on social media. My family and I are still adapting to this new normal and going through a period of grieving, but I did recently have the honor and privilege of interviewing with the new Bern Sun Journal, and I specifically wanted to thank Gunnar Esiason and Boomer Esiason and Rational 360 because they are the ones who reached out and gave me the opportunity to talk about my story and AMR and my love for storytelling on a platform that is very near and dear to my heart because it's the new Bern Sun Journal. Antibiotics are something that all cystic fibrosis patients will need as a baseline every day. Cystic fibrosis causes an overproduction of mucus in our bodies, throughout our bodies. And all of our bodies are different, all of our CF experiences are different, but across the board, mucus, especially if you have a lot of it throughout your body, acts like a magnet for infection. And so antibiotics act not only proactively, but reactively. We've been using antibiotics for our entire lives, right? And eventually your germs stop reacting to those antibiotics. They get smarter. That's why doctors have to be very careful with prescribing antibiotics. How, when, how long, how much. So in March 2019, I was officially declared resistant to all antibiotics on the market, even those that were given to me experimentally through clinical trials that were like fresh on the market or not even on the market yet. Even those were resistant, so no treatment options were available to me. The ongoing crisis with antibiotics is something that concerns me for my future and for my friends who are currently in need of antibiotics, still resistant to antibiotics. The pipeline of antibiotics that the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation has provided over my lifetime has saved me. However, it is still lacking, and that's not their fault. There are many factors that cause a void in the pipeline. Money's a big one. So, Pasteur Act is a bipartisan bill, and that will help several issues. It generates more antibiotics in the pipeline for patients like myself who have run out of treatment options. It will give the funding to the proper people who at this point do not have the funding or the approval to create antibiotics. If you ever saw me do March on the Hill, any of our CF advocates doing March on the Hill, that is one of the things we are fighting for. In addition to that, those who are not yet resistant may need different antibiotics simply because the symptoms of the antibiotic is not worth taking the antibiotic. For example, I am deaf on my left side because of tobramycin, but that tobramycin helped my lungs at the time. So if there's a way to create an antibiotic for a person so that they don't go deaf, that's obviously preferred. So please, please, please do some research about AMR, antibiotic resistance, what you can do to help. The Pasteur Act, share it all. This is not something that will only affect myself, my community of CF patients. It will affect a broad spectrum of people, and a broad spectrum of people need to know about it in order to help everyone, the CF community, and me. Thank you for your patience and your support, as always.